Assalamu alaikum, ji ayanu, pakhaira gale, ni hao, chune shumme, washmale, ohaya gonzaimas, guten morgen, khush ahmedid. Hi, hugs and hellos to everybody who's tuned into PTV World and watching World this morning, alongside Shazad Khan and Maha Makdoom. Hello, Maha, how are you?
Assalamualaikum. Hello, everyone. I am very good, thank you. I am excited that Women's Week has started, and I'm looking forward to it.
A very nice combination of black and white, so no gray
Thanks.
areas left, I think. Is this a
No.
message on Women's Week or what?
Yeah, it's all about being black and white now. We've been in the grey area for too long, so yes, absolutely.
All right, but before we move on towards the headlines, do we have
Yes.
a public service message today for all those people who are out there?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to push this indicating when when you're driving your car, because today I almost had a crash today with a motorcyclist,
Right.
because they don't indicate, they just go left and right. So my message is for all of those people with cars and motorbikes, please use indicators. If you're riding a cycle, that you do those hand gestures as well. So please make people aware, because otherwise you could get injured.
Yeah.
That's my public service message.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the very moment when you saw the opening shot as well, you could see Women's Week. I mean, that's what we are celebrating, that's what we are observing as well.
Yes.
So my public service message is going to relate to that. That in 2017, at least we have reached a level where people have accepted women as a very important part of their society. And then, there are feminists out there, and then there are feminists who now actually say that women empowerment and that equality is actually going to come when all of us are going to accept that they play a very pivotal role within the society and within the economies of the country as
We
well.
could have just done one public service announcement.
No,
So
but
I don't
still,
know why we had to
but
do
I,
two.
and I'm going to quote her as well, because she agrees to that too.
Yeah.
But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I think for all those people who still have a bit of barricade right in their heads just because of the fact that they think that women can't be equal, well, dude, you know what? We're over that now, and we've passed that phase, and we'll definitely make sure as Pakistanis and as members of the society that we let them know that they are obviously very helpful and they definitely play a very pivotal role. Please start doing that.
And you don't have to let them know. You just have to act like, everyone's
Yeah.
equal, and just treat them well with respect. But anyway, Shazad, let's get on with the headlines, because we have a
Yeah.
huge show. And
Go.
Okay, so, oh yes, I'm going first.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 13th Summit of the Economic Cooperation Organization concluded with a unanimous resolve of the member states to build and promote multi-dimensional connectivity. So this is wonderful. This was taking place in Pakistan.
And it was
Amazing.
very amazing to witness the ECO summit taking place over here in Pakistan, Islamabad as
Exactly.
well. Heads of states were here. So yeah, pretty
Incredible.
much we are, projecting the soft image of Pakistan, but telling them that, if this can happen over here, obviously the PSL final will be happening over here too.
And it will happen either way,
Yeah.
no matter what people try to do. We are
And it
going
will
to
gain
let-
the confidence of the nation as well.
Absolutely. And then Shazad, yours?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that's a good news for all those Pakistanis who are out there. And that is Pakistan wins GSMA Government Leadership Award 2017 for most significant development in telecom sector. And it's the Mobile Association Award as a group special. That's what it is. And it's the Mobile Association Award. Thank you
And
very much.
A few months ago, we had a show on this to
Yeah.
give you guys the information on what Pakistan's doing in regards to telecommunications. And thirdly, the ECO states, back to the economic conference,
Organization.
that took place. The ECO states agreed to double trade, which means that the organization on Wednesday expressed its political will and adopted the Islamabad Declaration, which calls for doubling the existing trade volume, strengthening the elected government's joint efforts for curbing terrorism and drugs and business, and promoting peace and development in the
Wow,
region.
amazing that is. But ladies and gentlemen, moving on to sports right now, and
Yes.
whenever we talk about sports, obviously PSL is going to top the list. And well, Islamabad, you guys were ridiculous yesterday. And
Oh, they didn't play well?
Oh, they lost to Karachi as well,
Oh, gosh.
and I think they were only able to chase 82 runs. That's what it is. That's what you are capable of. I mean, when I was actually witnessing Karachi Kings batting, all I could see in the last few overs was that everybody who came to the pitch just went outside to the pavilion by making 2 runs, 3 runs, and that's what it is. I mean, in Urdu they'll probably call it "Tu chalte mein aaya," and then I was feeling it that it is like probably horrendous that these guys do not even know how to bat. And when it came down to Islamabad, I had my hopes high that these guys are going to do something. But
I didn't.
82 and all out. It's the same pitches you guys have been playing on. I have never ever seen such a
Okay.
small. Yeah,
Okay, so Shazad is getting very upset. So
yeah,
clearly
yeah,
you're
yeah.
a fan.
And you know what? Because I could think the other way too. Because on the same pitches, there have been teams who've been chasing 200 runs as well. Look at them, yeah. What have you guys done? So Islamabad, obviously out of the finals now. Today, I think it's going to be in between Karachi Kings and Peshawar Zalmi. I think it's tomorrow. So that's what
Correction.
it is. And now other than whatever happens, I think what we are going to witness is Quetta Gladiators in the finals already. Let's see whether it's Karachi Kings or Peshawar Zalmi. My vote's with Peshawar Zalmi. I've been promoting Peshawar Zalmi anyways.
Yes, you have.
But yeah,
And you have,
well,
and it's great, and it's so good that people are really getting into it, and it's really nice that we have something here that the whole nation is getting behind.
yeah.
So that's wonderful.
So
I
Chairman
really-
Pakistan Super League Najam Sethi says foreign players agree to play final match of PSL in Lahore on 5th of March. Wow,
Wonderful, and that was
Mr. Najam Sethi.
yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. But anyway, so let's start our conversation for today. So
Yeah.
as Shazad mentioned in his public service announcement, it's about equality and it's about giving people the space to do whatever they want and give the respect within the society.
Yeah.
Now, within Pakistan, there's a lot of people who've been working on women empowerment. And there's a lot of women who've been doing a lot of stuff within the nation and outside. They've been projected all over the world, and they're really helping the society and the whole nation move forward.
Exactly, that's what it is. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, when we say that, we need to be inclusive and we need to be equal, that means that there need to be women out there within the assemblies as well, within the houses as well, then within the courts as well, then within every other jurisdiction of whatever matter is there. I think when we say that, women needs to be inclusive, that means that we need to be open to letting them do whatever they want to do, whatever their choice is. And let's just stop forcing, or probably dictating their lives. I think that's what we need to do. And when we say it, we need to start from the grassroots level, even though that, we have started from the grassroots level, we are way beyond that. But what I want to say over here is that for all those men who think that they can dictate women's life, please stop doing that.
Make it a conversation. Do it, hand in hand. So to celebrate Women's Week and to show who the wonderful ladies are in Pakistan who are really achieving their dreams and really being inspirations and icons for the younger generation, we've got three wonderful ladies who are going to be discussing their journey, how they have achieved what they've achieved, especially with the hurdles that they've faced. And we've got some wonderful guests, so I'm going to introduce them to you. We've been joined by Abiha Haider. She has been playing for Pakistan women national team. She was the youngest Pakistan player representing at the international level. And she started at the age of 14.
12, I think.
No, 14.
Or 14.
Oh, 12. Started at 12. She represented Pakistan at 14. Apologies. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning.
Walaikum assalam. Good
Thank you so
morning.
much for joining us
It's
today.
my pleasure.
It's a pleasure for us to have you here. Besides Abiha, we have been joined by Nazia Perveen. She is a paraglider, but she was also on the show previously because she's also a climber with 32 consecutive wins in rock climbing, and she also won 4 times in the mixed climbing competitions as well. Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum salam,
Thank you
good
so much for
morning.
joining us
Thank
today.
you
She's
for
a
inviting
member of
us.
the Women's
National
National
paragliding team as well
Wow.
now. And besides that, we've been joined by Gulaf Shah Tariq. She is a cyclist, a motorcyclist. She's also part of the national team for Pakistan for paragliding. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Thank you very much, ladies, for being over here, and it is an absolute pleasure to have you guys
Absolutely.
and to be hosting you on. I mean, we've dedicated this entire week towards women empowerment, and then women equality, and then that's what we are doing because it's going to be International Women's Day on 8th of February.
Yep, so-
and for 8th of February, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a grand slam surprise for you guys because we are going to get the Iron Lady over here. Now, what you guys need to do is you guys probably need to think about it, who we are talking about.
Great. So while you think about that, we're going to interview our guests. So I'm going to start with Abiha. So tell us, how did you start? Because joining the team at 12, representing them internationally at 14, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was, since my childhood, I was a very sporty kind of a kid, and I used to play every sport at my school, and actually used to win it. So one day my mom, she asked my dad that she heard of some football trials going on at sports complex. So she asked my dad to take me to those trials, so that I can give it a try, But at that time I wasn't really interested for football. So my mom, dad took me to those trials, and I gave them. But fortunately, I got selected for the Islamabad team. And since then, my journey started 8 years back. I made it to the national women football team, and since now till now, I'm playing with the team.
Wonderful. And so when you were, okay, so you started, your parents supported you, you were there at the age of 12. So when you were 14, how did you decide that now I'm at this level, I'm going to go take it forward?
Actually, when I was 13, we were having a national women football championship in Islamabad. Clubs from all over the Pakistan were participating, and from that championship, they exclude the girls who are capable of joining the national camp. So around 60 to 70 girls were selected, and I was amongst them. I was the youngest one amongst them. I was also pitched out from those. Then those 60 to 70 were called for the national camp, and then after 3 to 4 selections, final 20 are there who goes for an international tour, and who are the ones who represent Pakistan on the foreign soil. So fortunately, I was there amongst the last 20, and then I made myself to the top 11. So I was 14 years old when I played my first international tournament, 11 South Asian Games in Bangladesh.
Wonderful.
Amazing that is, but now over here.
And the journey gets more amazing.
Yeah, it's going to get more amazing because I think it leads to White House as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, before we move on to that point, now over here, since I said that, at the grassroots level, we really need to work over here within Pakistan. I mean, not globally, because they say the think globally, act locally. That's how we have to act. But now, for the very first time, when your mother went to your father and said, or probably told him, that, you know what, I'm taking her for the trials, what was his reaction? That's what I want to know.
He was very happy for it.
Wow.
Yeah, they both always wanted me to go and play sports. Like, they deem it as a very important as a very important healthy activity, apart from like sitting at home and playing video games and all that. So they prefer going outside in the grounds and actually doing something for our betterment, for the betterment of our health and all that. So when my mother asked my dad that she wanted to take me to the ground, he was more than happy. Like, I wasn't ready at that time. I really did not want to go and play football, but just for them, just for the sake of their happiness, I went with them. Yeah.
Now there's one more point which I need to make, obviously, and that is that, you started when you were 12 years old, alhamdulillah, and now it's 8 years down the line. Now, what I want to ask is that when you were there and when you were picked up as a football player within the team as well, and you were 12 years old, 8 years down the line, how many women have you seen are not around you now because of other issues which were prevalent within the society?
Yeah.
Many, see?
Yeah,
Bingo.
many. Actually, we got some very real talent we had in football, but the same situations we have around us, financial problems, girls have to grow up, support their families, grow up, or they're forced to get married and all that. So eventually, at the age of 22, 23, they end up leaving football or sports in which they're actually very talented and they can make a big name for the country.
Okay, amazing. And we will ask you further, what are the opportunities within football and what are the career opportunities as well. But let's move on to Nazia. So tell us, Nazia, because we know a little bit about your story in regards to climbing. Now you're part of the paragliding national team. So tell us a little bit about that.
I would like to introduce myself. Basically, I'm from Bajor,
Yes.
from a Pathan family.
Barobar
So,
Yeah.
so when I started my career as rock climber, I never knew I'll go that far. So when I went there first time, I was like, I can't do this. So I just did that and I came back home. Then I realized why I can't, because my father always told us that you are ashraful makhlukat. Don't think that you are female or you are weak or you can't do something. Just think if you are stronger from here, you can do anything. So I just went again and I started proper practice, and till date I won 32 consecutive competitions.
Wow,
We've had this
4
conversation
from
before.
males.
Yeah. So, but what I want to know is, because we've interviewed you in regards to rock climbing, but now you're part of the national paragliding. So
You've
tell us
grown-
about that.
You've grown taller as well.
Yeah,
Last
I saw
time when
you-
you came over
yeah.
here, you weren't this tall. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
So tell us about that.
Paragliding was my dream. When I was a kid, I used to watch different parades, and on 23rd March, those paratroopers. So that was a fascination for me. So I was like, maybe one day I'll go for paratrooping. But once I won a competition in rock climbing, I got a chance for a paragliding course. I went there and with the Sajjad Shah, the president of PAFF. So he just taught me how to glide.
Okay.
Basically, it's like you have to inflate glider, it's of your weight, and you have to run, and that it carries you and you fly.
Okay, I think we may have some videos of this, so we will share those later
So
in the show.
for the first time when I did, I was so passionate that I did 11 flights in a day.
Wow.
And while seeing that, they gave me license of paragliding pilot. And after
On the
that,
very first day.
yeah, on the
Wow.
very first day when I did 11 flights. That was beginner's level pilot certificate. So by PFF, that was an honor for me, that encouraged me, and I started proper practice, and now we go for high flights, and we go to Mang, Muzaffarabad, and different places. It's like actually when you are even in plane, there is a window between you and natural environment. So seeing the world from above and seeing the nature from that level,
Bird's eye view,
it's a different feeling.
It is a
Amazing.
different
So-
feeling, but now obviously I'm not going to drag you back to that point, but that's where I would love to start my conversation with you. So initially you mentioned that I want to introduce myself and I am from Bajor.
Yeah.
Now Bajor over here is a very key word because of the week we are observing right now.
Absolutely.
How many women in Bajor do you think get the same opportunity as you got?
I think women are quite full of, you can say, a potential. But the thing is, their culture is different.
Yeah.
So they might go for different things. It's not like their passion might be for cooking. They go outside for working with men. It's not like the stereotypical image we see
Okay.
on TV or media. It's quite different. People respect women more than here
Okay.
All right.
in Fata or in
Alright.
Bajor, because they are mostly relatives, they know each other, and in tribals they are like, we see that people say that women of Fata are quite deprived,
No,
but
I
in
truly-
actual they respect more.
I truly respect your opinion too as well.
Okay.
That's not what I'm saying. So you can probably see that, even over here or wherever in Pakistan, the respect for women is not deniable. I mean, obviously it's there. But what I'm going to say over here is how many, probably friends of yours from Bajor have actually said to you or have been very open to you and saying that, even we want to go for paragliding and even we want to do this. But, the culture at the same time does not allow us to do that.
Now the culture is changing. Now people were not allowing female to go outside for education,
Okay.
but now it's like they are going and they are making different records, or they are going out for education. So I think they are a little bit deprived. When they will get the chance, they will do much better than us.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Inshallah.
with the passage of time, because when my grandpa was there, he used to show my videos to the locals.
Yeah.
She is Nazia, she is the climber. He used to call me commando.
Oh, amazing.
So I think female will change and the environment will change and they will accept. Right now there are very little opportunities. They can't even get opportunity. Even for males there are no opportunities.
Okay,
We don't
but-
have any single university in Fata. So how can you expect they will go out for sports? So there are different things.
Okay, that's interesting. We will pick up on that in a bit as well. Now, Galasha, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. You're amazing. So now tell us, you've gone from cycling to now you're motorcycling, and now you're also part of the paragliding team. So fill in our viewers with your journey.
Basically, I'm not a cyclist, motorcyclist, or a paraglider. I'm a traveler. I love traveling. I love to see nature. I love to meet different people from different religion, from different nature, from different culture. So first, I choose cycling. I break a lot of records in national and to China. I already
Exactly, we did that
yeah,
interview.
and then I start thinking about to start doing something new, and I learned CD70 motorbike. Then I jumped to 125, and now I bought Vespa, the old Vespa 1962 model, and I just restored that, and now another journey is coming on. And then
Amazing.
I did parasailing from Dubai last year, and now I'm getting training from the same Shaji. He's the president of PAFF, and he's training us for a national women's team.
I've
It's
got a very different Shaji, I'm telling you. It's not the same Shaji.
Sajjad Shah.
Yeah,
We
okay.
call him, Shaji. It's his nickname. and we both are getting training, the specialized training, basically for participating in World Cup.
Oh,
And
amazing.
for that, we have to, do the flights for $200 minimum. Requirement is $200, and our target is that. And by profession, I'm a computer engineer from NUST and a manager in multinational company. And I'm doing, my passion, carrying my passion and my profession at the same time.
Okay, that's amazing. Now, in regards to qualifying for the World Cup and getting all these hours, how supportive is the environment around you? Because, you guys have achieved a lot, but it hasn't been without its difficulties. So let's talk about how you overcame this, because that's what women empowerment is. It's about facing a hurdle and really powering through it. So how has the environment been around you?
The environment, starts from our home. So my home is very supportive. My mother is really supportive. My brothers, my sisters. So they gave me, the boost, the courage to face the fear, to overcome my fear. So the rest, the friends, they are, supporting me that, yeah, you are going for Pakistan and, representing Pakistan. So they are really supportive.
Okay, I mean, everybody needs to be supportive. I mean, PTV is being supportive of you guys as well, that we try to keep on calling you back again and again, and then we highlight your achievements. But over here, there's one more thing which I want to ask, and that is that, when you started cycling and when you were at the initial phases, you were here on the show too, and we tried highlighting, there was one of your other friends as well. I mean, it's been long that I haven't seen her around. Why? What actually happened to her? Did she stop by herself, or was she forced to stop all of these activities?
Where is she?
What happened?
I don't know. She is doing, like we were friends, and then we decided that because I have passion of traveling, she has passion only for cycling. She is only cyclist, but I am a traveler. So I used to, try different things, to see different things. My aim is to travel around the globe, and my aim is really higher than only the cycle.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So she's doing that.
Okay, now there's one more thing which I want to ask, because over here for Pakistanis, I mean, it's not very normal to see women cycling around.
Or on a
in the
motorbike,
neighborhood,
or
on the
paragliding.
motorbike, or probably traveling all by herself, or the parents won't allow half of the time. These are the core problems. So now, initially, when you set out on a journey, and when you very correctly said that, I want to see people from other religions, I want to see people from other geographical locations and whatnot. Now, what I'm asking is, for example, whenever you set out on a motorbike, how many people do you think are actually following you or probably looking at you? Oh my God, look
How
at
do you
that
deal
lady.
with that?
A lot of people.
A lot. We need to change this.
Yeah, a lot of people in Pakistan, in even Islamabad, it's the capital of Pakistan. A lot of people
They're one of the
follow me.
worst.
But I always carry a water bottle with me. I am MMA fighter, and I open my bottle and smash over them and run away. First I ignore these things, but then I have to
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's really interesting, because one should, highlight it and tell these people to stop. Now, let's come back to Abiya. Now, we're talking about the hurdles. We're coming to that. You've already mentioned a few that you've seen a lot of girls leave. Now, what would you say to, because we're here to show how to get over these hurdles, what would you say to parents watching that, no, girls need to focus on other things, or this is not really, there's no career in it, there's no future in it? What would you say to all the parents watching?
Before you speak,
okay.
Maha, I hope you won't mind, because we'll have to go for a very short break. And when we come back, I think that's when we should open this Pandora's box.
Okay, because I think my earpiece is not working. So let's go for a short break and we will restart the conversation.
All right. Good morning. right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for everybody who just got tuned into PT War. You watch it well this morning. You know the names, Shazad Khan and Maha Makhdoom. And you know, we've actually kickstart observing. We are moving towards the International Women's Day, which is going to be on 8th of March as well. But throughout the week, we are going to power through with, you know, such inspirational stories. We're over here in the studios with us. And now we've moved on to the hurdles. And Ma asked a very apt question.
Exactly. So the hurdles that you face, how do you think that these girls or these parents can realize how to, you know, that there is benefit in getting involved in different activities?
When I started football 8 years back, there were actually very few of us who used to go to the ground and play football, and actually very few, actually just 2 clubs in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and containing very few girls who actually come and play football. But now gradually I've seen over the years, 8 years now, we have actually seen every private school having a football team, women football team, every sector almost having a women football club. So that's how I guess we are growing by months, by years, and that is the reason, because I'll give the credit to our national team, because we have been going internationally, we have been making news, we have been winning matches internationally. So that is the reason parents see that, you know, there is this team who is actually going abroad, who is actually representing Pakistan, and who is actually creating a positive image amongst everyone. So that is the reason they prefer that if their daughter have this talent, so they shall get it polished in the positive way. But on the same thing, you know, we were talking about these things that, you know, about her that boys follows. So obviously football has that certain kind of a clothing, you know, wearing shorts and all, and I guess that is the thing we are not really coming to accept. Our society is not really accepting it. So I guess we need to grow.
But we need to kick the ball. I mean, obviously, yeah.
Obviously,
that's how it's going
yeah,
to be,
yeah, and we need to grow on that part. I mean, yeah, we need to grow on that part.
Now in regards to, now the thing is, because you're saying that, you know, you've seen a growth. Now tell us about your, because this is, I think this is one way to overcome the hurdle. How did you get to the White House? Tell us that story. And I think all the parents that are watching, you know, if you succeed in a sport, then, you know, the sky is the limit.
And then before you start speaking about that, there's one more thing which I want to say. I mean, on the part where you said that we need to probably grow and accept that, you know, a sport is probably played in a certain decorum and with certain outfits as well. So, I mean, for all those men who might have actually have a problem with, you know, women of Pakistan wearing, you know, shorts, or probably I think that whenever I've seen them wearing shorts, they're wearing leggings underneath that
is
too,
the thing we
as
have,
well.
yeah,
But
that
over
is the
here,
thing.
all those men do watch Serena Williams playing tennis as well. They do watch all those women playing tennis, and they enjoy it.
And
Please
they
make
enjoy
sure that you do not have double standards.
and they enjoy every latest film in the cinema.
Exactly.
So that's all.
So
It
why
covers
get so
everything.
upset? Yeah,
it covers
upset.
everything. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, coming to the point of White House, yeah, I was 15 when I got an invitation from USA. That was the Sports United program, and they selected 2 girls each from 6 different countries.
Amazing.
And yeah, we had a 3-week tour over there in New York, Washington, New Jersey. Over there, we were hosted in White House for a day, and we visited every room, every conference room, the garden of the First Lady, and everything over there. So that was something, you know, very, very big, because not even high officials get to visit, get to have a day at White House, and between all those special officers, between the VVIP treatment over there. So that was a day, a memorable day. And then the very next day, we had a meeting with Miss Hillary Clinton.
Amazing.
She sat right beside me.
That's
And
amazing.
yeah, I had a picture and that got very viral over the social media. She's sitting beside me, and we had a conversation for like 10 to 15 minutes. Actually, she spoke to me about Pakistan and how actually a girl from Pakistan is, you know, playing football and representing Pakistan internationally at a very young age, just 15 years of age, and how a girl, she was very concerned that how a 15-year-old has actually traveled alone from Pakistan to USA and is living there. So I guess that was a very precious moment for me, because I really gave out a very positive image for Pakistan in front of Miss Hillary Clinton and all her State Department officials.
That's
So,
amazing. And this is, you know, this is Abiha telling one of the leading, you know, country politicians that Pakistan is like this, and this shows how closed and narrow-minded people actually are about this country, that they can't understand. Now let's move on.
Exactly,
to
and I
Nadia.
was about to make the same point as well. that look at that leadership. I mean,
They don't even know what's
it is
happening.
definitely a point of honor for her. But look at her, what she did to the news, which was not supposed to be like this. It was actually supposed to be like this, that, you know, she might have actually said or used the words that I'm proud of you for being a woman and then traveling alone by your own self.
Yes.
That's fine. But including Pakistan, that I'm concerned and, you know, whatnot.
No concern.
Come on, guys.
No, that's interesting for them. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. So that's what. No, that's amazing. And
But now we're changing. Obviously, when kids like you are traveling, I
Exactly.
think that's
now
how we
she
change
has
the
this
image.
idea. That's amazing. That's fantastic. A real ambassador of Pakistan. So Nazia, tell us about your hurdles. And because, like you said, you're from an area which is much more, you know, there's a different background. There's, you know, different opportunities. There's different resources. How did you overcome those hurdles, though? Because your family really supported you.
Yeah, I think nothing is easy in this world.
Yeah.
Even cooking, even driving, even doing a job. So in a male-dominant society, if a female goes out and wearing like jeans, t-shirts, so people are like, fine, they must be going outside, or raat ko aati hai, so she must be going somewhere else, or where she is going. And even if she is playing such extreme sports, so that will be like uske muscles develop ho jayenge. She will be like, males go for such kind of games. Why you are going? Why? What she is doing? Even my own family members used to say this, don't let her go. She will be like males. As we have seen few sports persons,
Ronda
sports
Rousey.
females, they are like, oh, ye to bilkul ye ladki nahi rahegi. She will be like, iski looks kharab ho jayengi. What you will do
Such
then?
superficial concerns.
But my father was like, you have to give priority to your studies. You will satisfy us in your studies, then we will let you go outside and play. So I was like, I did MPhil from National Defense University with 4 GPA. So they were satisfied, fine. She
4
is doing good.
GPA?
So yeah, 4 by 4. So during that, even during my finals, I got 10 days break and I went to Singapore for international games. And then the day I came back, the next day I was having a final paper of MPhil.
Amazing.
So I think in a male-dominant society, nothing is easy. So if you are passionate and you know you are positive, so the resistance will melt with the passage of time.
Amazing.
People
If it's
will
there.
say everything about you, even about your character, even about your appearance, but you have to convince them. If you will
Amazing.
keep going positive, there will be a time they will accept you.
That's an amazing message too.
Wonderful. And Gulafshan, tell us, you know, because yours is very, and you're very, you know, you can strong and you can protect yourself. But you know, for all those girls out there, how would you tell them to overcome those hurdles? What would you say to them? Because it's difficult to fight society.
Yeah, as I see my own example, there was a lot of negativity around me, the rejection in relationships, in friendships, and you know, the fake people around me. But when I overcome that negativity, I convert that whole negativity into the positivity towards my success, and then I achieve that. So I have a barrier inside me, and there is another barrier which society, you know, imposed on me. So once I break that barrier, I'm there.
Wonderful.
I
That's
think that's what
amazing.
it is, and the only barriers you hold are obviously in your head. That's what it is, and it's not necessary for you to see the entire staircase. You just have to take a single step at a moment. That's what it is,
Wonderful.
and the staircase will always be there.
That's
what it is.
amazing. Okay, so we are running very short of time. So what are we doing now?
I think what we're going to do is that we're going to thank these women because you are role models and you are a source of inspiration,
True role
definitely, as well. But you know, one last message is for all those women who are out there, and I need these messages to be very motivational.
Very hard,
Imagine that
yeah,
you've
real.
got a minute to motivate all those women who are out there.
And think of, you know, and not from our, you know, backgrounds, where people who may not have family support or, you know, society support. What would you say?
I'll speak on behalf of, as a football player, like being a girl, being a woman, and wheeling, of course, and still playing football, a very male-dominated sport. That means that football is a beautiful game, and you know, everyone shall come and enjoy football and just come to the ground. It's a very safe environment, and come and let's represent Pakistan.
Very
Wonderful.
nice.
Thank you so much. And Nazia?
As I always say, we are the 54% of this state. So come forward, give your part. It's like you have only one life. Achieve your dreams, even if you go for cooking, even whatever your dreams are. Just go for them and achieve them.
And
because
please,
you have
if you
only
can,
one life.
please, if you can, please
You can. If
repeat
you are
the
stronger-
message in Pashto.
You are stronger from here, then you can do anything.
No,
so
obviously.
you have to encourage yourself.
But you have to repeat the same message in Pashto too.
Taso da de malk 54% ye. Kho mak ke rashe o da de malk da parakpal kar ra kai.
Barobar
Great.
de.
Amazing.
Theek
And
sho.
Gulafshan?
never dream for success, but work for it. So
Okay.
you have to be really focused to and very clear towards your aim and your goal, and you have to achieve that. That's
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and best of luck with your careers and all your. It's amazing. I'm really impressed with you guys, and I'm so happy you guys took the time out to be with us
And
today.
keep on making us proud, and we'll definitely keep on having you back as
Yeah,
well.
exactly. Thank you so much for taking the time out. And guys, that was a wonderful guest. They're doing amazing things. They're real ambassadors of Pakistan, really. Like, this is, they're showing everyone within the society and outside that if you really are determined and you get through those society-based hurdles,
Yeah.
in placed hurdles,
And
then you can achieve it.
And Ma, the only reason, for all those people who tuned in right now, I think this is going to be the main verdict, and that is that, we are trying to highlight or probably showcase their talent, because women without boundaries can really make you proud. That's what
Exactly,
it
and
is.
they will take this nation forward. So do believe in that. So now, Shazad, we're going to do our fruit of the day.
Yeah, and
I'm
you picked
having-
up
yes.
on papaya.
Yes, it is
That's
papaya.
what
So
it
let's
is.
take a look at papaya.
How does it look today? Let's see.
What does it look like?
Where's papaya?
Okay,
here
there
it
we
is.
go.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the health benefits of papaya: expels worms, great for eyesight,
It is also an anti-inflammatory, and it also helps in improving digestion.
cures ulcers and sores, breaks protein down.
And it also helps with strengthening your immunity, and it assists in diabetes as well.
Maintains nerves and muscles and
The
assists.
leaves do, anyway.
Yeah, maintains nerves and muscles and assists with respiratory issues.
Exactly. So that is papaya. That is the fruit of the day. And they've written Popeye.
Popeye.
So Popeye, that's spinach. He eats spinach,
Popeye
guys.
actually used to eat spinach. It's not papaya, guys. Come on, it's perfectly all right. But ladies
Anyway.
and gentlemen, that's what it is for today. And tomorrow, when we're going to come over, obviously we're going to have other exemplary women
This
over
whole
here.
week, we're going to have amazing women on
But
the
there's
show.
Friday
with-
left only, I think.
Yes. So it doesn't matter. They'll be on the weekend as well. PTV will be doing stuff. So with that, have a wonderful day. Do you log on to our Facebook fan
Which
page?
is with the name of World This Morning.
Twitter page,
World This Morning without the G.
Daily Motion and YouTube page,
World This Morning and World This Morning.
and the repeat is at.
11 p.m.
Have a wonderful day, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.
Till the next time, look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3.
Good
Good morning. Thank you very much.